God needs to be the first relationship, the most important relationship with your life, that you've made a firm decision and a firm commitment to God, that you're not just a follower of Jesus in name only, you're a follower of Jesus with every part of your being, that you now have determined that your commitment is going to be to Him. Because let me explain this to you. The level of your commitment will determine the access you have to His power. I hope you heard that. The level of your commitment will determine the access you have to His power. Weak commitment, you're not going to have very much of God's power at work in your life. But the deeper your commitment is to God, the more access you have to His power. You don't earn it. It's not earning His power. It's just positioning you to receive that power in your life. Take a look at what the Scripture says about this. Keep God first. But seek first. Whose kingdom? Not yours. His kingdom and His righteousness. And all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So first is His kingdom and His righteousness. Joshua, as he was getting ready to die, the Old Testament character Joshua, the successor to Moses in the Old Testament, leading the children of Israel into the Promised Land. When he got ready to die, he called all the leaders of Israel around and said, I'm going to die, and so let me have my last sermon with you. And so he's going to give them his last sermon. And we find this recorded in Joshua chapter 24, but it gives us insight in terms of the heart of Joshua and how he was able to be such an effective leader of Israel. Look at what he says to them. But if serving, he's talking to all the leaders of Israel. He says, but if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve. He says, if you don't like serving God, you got to choose to serve somebody. You're going to serve somebody. Then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, that's going back to the time of Abraham, or the gods of the Amorites, those represented those that were in the land of Canaan and whose land you're living. But read this with me. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Can I ask you, have you made that decision in your life? Other people can do whatever they want to do. The people of the world, they can choose to worship anything they want to worship. That's their choice. That's a choice that they'll stand before God and give an account for. But as for me and my house, we made a choice too. As for me and my household, we're going to serve the Lord. There's no option there. I've already made the commitment. And this is vital because, let me say it once again, the degree or level of your commitment to God will determine the access you have to the power of God working in your life.